Right, folks, and welcome back to another episode in the Nice Football Manager Save. Today we have got a brand new season. I'm going to show you down all of our new signings. This was our pre-season, so 2-2 draw against Bournemouth, 3-0 win over Wolfsburger, 5-0 over Charlottesville Alliance, 5-0 over FC Columbus, 10-0 over Atlantic City, 2-0 defeat to Bayern Munich, 3-0 victory over RB Leipzig, 11-0 victory over AS Vents, whoever they are, 1-0 victory over Real Madrid, 2-0 loss to Club Brugge, and a 1-0 victory over Ajax. And then we lost the first game to FC Lorient, 1-0, but then we beat Auxerre 2-0 in the next game. So probably won't be any games in this episode as I run you through basically a brand new squad. What I did was we had no money at the club. The club had no money. They're in debt again now. Basically, what I did is I gave the club about 100 mil overall balance, and I gave myself a transfer budget of maybe about 150 mil, something like that, just because it's going to be the last season of this save before FM21, and I thought, why not, let's just say fuck it, let's just bring in a brand new team and see what they can do. Hopefully they can gel. Obviously I couldn't get any of the big players, you know, they're worth like their whole transfer budget, the 150 mil on their own. I don't even know what their most expensive transfer was. I don't think it was actually that much. I think it was about 39-40 mil, something like that, was our biggest transfer of the season. Now we still have a little bit left. Obviously, if I adjust the wage budget, we still got like 70-60 mil. There's still plenty left over. Maybe I gave myself a bit more than 150. Maybe it was like 200. I can't remember. But we spent big, and we spent a lot. So, then without further ado, let's just let's get into it, eh? So, no, wrong one. Let's go transfer history. First one you want to see, Danilo. He's back. He's not great, but club legend has returned. Couldn't come back to Nice without Danilo. He's not captain, unfortunately, but look at his long-term plans. Head of youth development after his retirement from playing. If he retires in this save, you better believe I'm offering him that job straight away. I don't care who is our current head of youth development, but he's going to be ours eventually. I'm one of his favoured personnel. He's got a favourite club. He's been here. He's been here before. He's only an emergency backup. He played 200 times for us. Scored 25 goals in 8 seasons. He's already paid 2 caps, and his contract does say that he gets a 1-year extension after playing 5 games. So we'll have to wait and see. He probably will get 3 more games. Let's be honest. But 34 years old. I'll go back to the club, Danilo. Another free transfer. We got Dennis Exman, I think. Yeah. Not too much to say. Came in on a free from RB Leipzig. We've sent him out on loan to this club in League 2. We'll see what happens. He's already got 1 goal in 1 game, so that's a promising start for the youngster. Obviously, we won't really see how he gets on, but free signing nonetheless. This is obviously before I did all the transfer stuff. Anyway, we got Reece Nelson in on a free as well. So, happy for that. The young England, well, no longer young, he's 30 years old. Well, that's still young and something. So, obviously, when we started, apparently he went on loan. No, he was at He was at Arsenal, sorry, and then he went on loan the next season to Cagliari. Didn't really play for Arsenal too much. Went on a free to Mainz, played a lot for Mainz, did pretty well, and now we've signed him on a free as well. So welcome to the club, Reece Nelson. Frederick Paul, one of the cheaper players that we've brought in. 22-year-old German midfielder, someone who can just sit in the middle of the field and just play a pass. He played 108 games for Wolfsburg, and he played 49. Oh, that's for the Hoffenheim second team. Anyway, but still, you know, he's been capped 27 times by the under-21, so he's not too bad. And only 13 mil to bring him in after 4 seasons at Wolfsburg. So not too shabby. Hopefully, he's got some good stats, so hopefully he will be a decent squad player for us. Probably not going to play every game, but he'll be in and around that first team. Kodai Kitazawa, someone that I brought back from Valencia after we had him on loan last season. And he did, he hardly played, but he only played 12 games, sorry. And he only scored 1, got 1 assist, but he was player of the match in 1 game as well. But he wasn't really doing anything in Valencia, so I've brought him to France, and he will play, he won't play heaps. Again, he is just a squad/fringe player. But we have seen what he can do. He is a fantastic player. I mean, his stats are unfortunately going down, but his free kicks are fantastic. His flair, his determination, his technique, his passing. He is a great player. And hopefully he'll do well for us. We'll have to wait and see. He's obviously got potential. I mean, not so much anymore. His growth was probably stunted a little bit at Valencia. He only made 19 appearances, scoring 2 goals. But in the second team, 100 appearances, scoring 17. Got in another young striker who we sent out on loan, Juan Valdez from Mexico. He's come in from Club America. He's 8.75 mil, straight back on loan to SC Bastia in the second division. Not much to say, obviously. We're not going to be seeing what becomes of him or anything. He's out on loan. Hopefully he does well. Can't believe that. Look, he's 19 years old and he was born in 2011. That's scary. Another young Mexican player, this time at the other end of the pitch. He is a goalkeeper. He's gone straight back out on loan to Le Mans. We brought him in for 7.5 mil. Not too shabby. Should have a decent future here. He's only 6'1". But yeah, he's already capped at an under-20s level. He looks like he should be a really good young goalkeeper, especially one for the future. Our new number 1 is Emi Ordero, 6'4" Italian keeper. We brought him in from Everton for 14.25 mil. He was listed at Everton after not playing a huge amount. Obviously, he was at Sampdoria, played there for quite a bit. Was pretty, stalwart at Sampdoria. He was their number 1 for many, many years. Went to Everton. Played a lot in the first season. Played 37 of their 38 Premier League games. And then he played 1. And then he played 6. So they listed him. We snapped him up. Emi Ordero becomes our new number 1. And he's got some great stats. He's 33 years old. He's only got 1 cap for Italy, but that doesn't matter. He's 6'4", and he looks like he's a really good goalkeeper. Hopefully he can continue his run of being a decent keeper and can help us to keep some clean sheets. One of the most expensive purchases was Madsen Henrique for 30.5 mil. Yes, it was 30.5. Comes in from Internacional from Brazil. Played 55 games in Brazil. you know, not a huge amount. He's still only 19. He hasn't had any youth caps, but he's going to be our regular starter. He's also playing in that midfield with Paul. He got some decent stats. He's a wonder kid from their media description. He's a model citizen. His potential is fantastic. Excited to see what he can do. He's got great decisions and determination. His passing is amazing. Doesn't have his flair is pretty good, but it's not huge for a Brazilian. Although 15 is, 15 out of 20, you wouldn't complain. Natural fitness is great. His agility, his balance is great. Looking forward to seeing what he can do. Gerard, our new backup right back, and he came in for 19 mil from Espanyol. Spanish, he's 6 foot. He's got some decent stats. Not very technical, but his mental and physical stats are pretty good. He's got good bravery and decisions. His balance is fantastic. Other than that, he's pretty strong. He's got decent pace and stamina. He should be a decent player. He is unfortunately on a very high wage of 180k. I don't know how I made that a thing, but fair enough. Good on him. He's getting paid a lot. He's an important player, but he will be playing back up to Alex, who apparently is not as good. We'll have to wait and see. And there we go. Our biggest signing of the summer is this fella, Leonardo Pilato, striker. Look at that flair. 19 flair. 16 decisions, 17 heading, 16 long shots, 16 passing, 16 updated decisions, 16 off the ball, 17 fitness, 17 balance. His stamina, his strength is great. He's 6'1". It's a bit of a beast. And he's come in from Flamengo for 39.5 mil. He's played on loan at Club Brugge, but not Club Brugge, in Belgium before with KRC Genk. And he scored 9 goals in 26 appearances, a bit 14 with him. 14 appearances were from the bench. But yeah, he looks like a fantastic player. He's our new number 1 striker, and he's definitely better than Seth and Bosniak as well. We'll see what he becomes. Hopefully he is just going to pick up and just go like Marcus Corazzo or even Gabby Jesus, who we had as well. He's our new number 10 though. Welcome, Leonardo. The signings aren't finished there. We've got Elton Azizi. Just finished my coffee there. New backup defender. Really, backup centre back. He's got good. He's only 19, but he's had 10 caps for the Norwegian national team, which is pretty good at such a young age. He's only played 34 games, and one of them is for us. He's played 33 games at Rosenborg already, and he's already 10 caps for the national team. So fair enough. But look, he's got some great stats. His tackling, his positioning, his teamwork, his determination, his jumping reach all look fantastic. He's 6'7" and 95 kgs. He's going to be, he's a squad player. He's definitely a backup, and we'll have to see how he goes. But the future looks pretty good, especially with a big 6'7" bloke in defence. Speaking of defence, our other backup centre-back is Fernando Collio from Portugal, 21 years old. He's valued about 25 mil. He's got some decent stats, 6'3", comes in for 7.75 mil from Porto. He has been on loan before. He hasn't scored many goals. He's only scored 1 goal in his career, which is for the Porto B team, which he's played 50 times for. Like those round numbers. Yeah, he's obviously... He's not the best defender in the world. He's even behind. I'd say he would actually be behind Altan Azizi. Sorry, we did bring him in for 8.75 as well, just because I forgot to say that. Yeah, we'll see what the Portuguese centre-back does. Hopefully he's good, but he stays back at all time. He's unambitious, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, he's a decent player. He's got obviously a decent potential as well. So someone to come in and cover. A new backup goalkeeper, Manuel Gasparini. As you recall, we did have him out on loan actually a couple seasons ago. He didn't do too well for us, but we needed a backup keeper after who was, I don't remember his name, but we had a keeper on loan. Our backup keeper was on loan from Real Madrid last season. He's obviously gone back, so brought in a backup keeper. So 14.75 mil. It's not great. The fella's only played 33 games and he's 28 years old. He is literally just a backup keeper though, and he has improved a bit. He's got some decent stats for a keeper, and obviously if he had played more games, I'm sure he would be absolutely fantastic, but that's not the case, unfortunately. We've brought in another young striker, because apparently we don't have enough. Yeah, Logan Olivier, whatever. He's headed out on loan to St. Trudenese. We brought him in for a free. I think it was the head of youth development or the second team manager who someone brought him in. It wasn't me. I didn't even see him. But yeah, he's played for Marseille before. Well, he's played for the second team of Marseille. He's played for Paderborn. He scored 10 goals at Paderborn. Where were they playing at the time? Second Bundesliga. That's all right. And he's played in Belgium before as well with the Royal XL Mouscron. 4 goals in 24 games. That's not too bad. Who else we got? Right. Cyril Hubert has come in. Plays as a backup to Nassi Univar, who is unfortunately still injured. Yeah, 7 mil. Came in from Lyon, who just keep loaning him out. They bought him, and you know he's played a bit for their second team. He's only played a couple of times for the Lyon first team. Yeah, he was on loan last season at Fortuna Dusseldorf. 3 goals, 5 assists, 3 player of the matches. Not too shabby. So yeah, brought him in. Only 7 mil. Cheap player. Decent stats. Should be a good backup. Anathon Burton, one of the bigger signings. Oh, not really. He was 30 mil. Yeah, I guess that was one of the bigger signings. He only arrived at Leeds last season for 13.25, and sold from Show, who he played a huge amount for in Ligue 1 and League 2. 105 games for Show. Went on loan to was sold to Leeds, played 17 games, and now he's back here at Nice. They had to bring in someone French, otherwise the team would be, they'd be like, why is no one French in your team? Oh, I was like, okay. So I tried to look for players that were French anyway, but we've got some, so it's fine. Obviously, he's not the best. He's got good pace and stamina. That's a standout asset. But he is just a backup to Stephen Brummer, obviously. He is our starting right back, or left back, should I say. And Burton will be backup. A lot of money to spend on a backup, though. But anyway, Stefan Lubino Byzantine. I have no idea. We brought him in from Marseille. 17.75 mil, I should say. Another backup right midfielder. Backup to Reece Nelson. Fans weren't too happy to bring him in. They think we paid probably a bit too much, and I would have to agree with them. He never really did too much at Marseille. Even on loan at Burnley, he only played once. His stats for Troyes, though, or Troyes, I don't know how you want to pronounce that. They're good. 133 games, 30 goals for them. Probably going to be mostly in the second division. Yes, they are. But, he's been alright so far. He's going to be a backup right wing. So that's all the ins. Now, let's have a look at the outs. We don't want to bother about all these loans, because they don't really matter. Don't really care about the frees. Let's go. Christian Pavon, might remember him. Sold him to Rangers for 2.2 mil, and he came in last summer. I didn't bring him in, but yeah, it wasn't that great, so off he goes to Scotland. Quarantine Luakina. He's gone to Reading. Apparently we bought him in a couple of seasons ago for 12.75. We sold him for 10. Bit of a loss there, but he was a former PSG player. Don't think he played a huge amount for PSG. Can have a look and see. Yeah, he played a total of 4 games for their first team, but 71 for their second. He's 27. You know, he could have been a decent backup for us, but yeah, off he goes to Reading. Reading in, where are they? 22nd in the Skybet Championship, so good for him. Ole Gisk, I don't know if it's an L or an I. Gonna say it's an I. He's off to Nantes. Yeah, again, lasted a couple of seasons here. We brought him in from Mulder for 5.5 apparently, and we sold him for 11.25. He was alright for us. Norwegian again. Yeah, well, he's off to Nantes now. Marcelo Medina, would have remembered this fella from last season. We sold him to Derby County, the American, 28 years old. We brought him in apparently from Al Nassr for 28.5 mil a couple of seasons ago, and we've moved him on pretty soon to Derby County for 30 mil. So we made $1.5 million, which isn't too bad, but he never really played a huge amount, you know. He played 10 games in his first season, scored 3 goals, 2 assists. Played 15 last season, 3 goals, 2 assists. I bet most of the games are from the bench, so he probably couldn't do too much. But he is a decent player, and hopefully he can play all right for Derby. And our last player was our first choice keeper. It was Robin Roofs. We sold him to Borussia Mönchengladbach for 30 mil. Yeah. So, I mean, he was a decent player. Played 26 games, conceded 26 for us. He's not the best, but yeah, his stats are decent enough. I don't think he's any better than Emi Ordero. So we'll have to hope that Ordero is going to be better. Yeah, and that is it. A total of 238 mil spent, a total of 85 mil out. Will we win the league? Is it too soon to know? Probably is. This is this the first team? No, not really. It's normally Stefan Brummer. And it's normally Alex. There we go. Zagadou, Morales. Yep, that's pretty much the first team at the current time. See, we do have Bertrand Gerardot there as well. Hubert doesn't normally play. It's normally going to be Reece Nelson, and it would normally be, it would normally be Nasser Univar and Reece Nelson there. And it wouldn't actually be Bosniak, it would be Palatio as a deep playing forward. That is our first team. And I would say it's pretty good. Ordero in goal, Brummer, Zagadou, Morales, and Abidjij. I'm just going to call him Alex. Grimmy, Girodot, Madsen, Enrique in the midfield. Nasser Univar, Nelson on the wing, and Pilato up top. Playing a custom gegenpress on positive. And then we've got Gasparini, Colo, Gerard, Danilo, Paul, Lubino, Biz, and Bosniak on the bench. I wouldn't say that's a bad team at all. I don't think that we'll win the league. It's hard to know. What do we got? Let's have a look to see what the season preview has predicted us. They think we're going to finish third, apparently. So, yeah, third. Which, it's not it's not bad. We still get Europa League. PSG are obviously going to be the favourites. They've probably brought in quite a few decent players, have they? We've got an Ibrahim. Oh, yeah. He probably won't play too much. I'm sure he's pretty good, though. Yassine. They brought him in for 37.5 mil. Who did they bring him in from? From Chelsea. Wow. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be pretty decent for them. That's the only ones they've brought in. They've only brought in 3 players. And another French striker, but he's only 15. So, fair enough. Almost 25 mil in potential add-ons. Jeez. They've got out quite a few players as well. A few of them on loan. Pedro Porro is gone. I don't know. I don't know how well they'll get on. They think the Saint Etienne are going to get UCL, really? Or are they in it? Is that because they're in it? They might be because they're in it, and these are promoted teams. No one has won Ligue 1 since we left. Oh no, they have. Leon won it 3 seasons ago. But yeah, we did win it. I did build a team that did win it, but I wasn't here, unfortunately, which is really annoying. I was quite gutted that. So hopefully this season, 30-31 season, we can win a bigger trophy. I'm looking at, if we look at my profile, I've won a bit. Like the career milestones, if we just go to competitions or awards, maybe? No? Can you just show me, like, okay, don't worry. Let's just go back here. Obviously, your first win was the Coupe de France. We bought that twice in a row, 23-24, then 2027 we won the Super Coppa, 2029 we won the Jupiler Pro League, and 2029 we also won this Belgium Super Cup. But yeah, we've now got to do hopefully something in Europe. I hope we can win the Europa League. I hope we can win Ligue 1, and yeah, who knows. Oh, what is PLS Mello up to? He's a manager that is unemployed. Oh, it's unfortunate. What about Ulysses Garcia? He's also a manager unemployed. Just looking to see all these old people that we used to have hanging around. They used to play for us. Well, anyway, we do have a game against Strasbourg and Nantes, which I will play in the next episode. Yeah, and then we should get our Europa League group stage draw, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully this is going to be our best season. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, we don't know if the team will gel and play nice, but hopefully so. Anyway, enough rambling from me. It's been a long episode, so we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.